Today we remember the greatest victory the world has ever seen, the resurrection of Jesus Christ. It was early in the morning when the women came to the tomb, carrying spices with heavy hearts, expecting to find death, silence, and sorrow. But when they arrived, the stone was rolled away, and the tomb was empty, became the beginning of hope for all humanity. The resurrection of Jesus Christ is not just a story from the past. It is the foundation of our faith and the source of our living hope. When Jesus died on the cross, many believed everything was finished. The disciples were afraid, hiding behind closed doors. Darkness filled their hearts, and fear surrounded them. But God had already prepared the greatest miracle. Death thought it had won, the grave thought it sealed its victory, but on the third day heaven moved and the stone was rolled away. Jesus rose from the dead with power and glory. The grave could not hold him, and death could not defeat him. The resurrection shows us that God's power is greater than every problem we face. It tells us that no matter how dark the night may seem, morning is coming. The same power that raised Jesus from the grave is the power that brings life to our broken hearts, our lost hopes, and our weary souls. When we feel buried under fear, disappointment, or pain, we must remember that God specializes in bringing life out of dead situations. When Mary Magdalene stood near the empty tomb, she was filled with sorrow until she heard a voice calling her name. It was Jesus. In that moment, her tears turned into joy. That same Jesus still calls our names today. He calls us out of darkness into light. He calls us out of fear into faith. He calls us out of death into life. The resurrection is not only about... The empty tomb is proof that Jesus is alive today. He is not just a teacher from history. He is the living Savior who walks with us every day. Because He lives, we have hope when life feels uncertain. Because He lives, we have peace when fear surrounds us. Because He lives, we know that our future is secure in His hands. The resurrection is the promise that nothing is impossible with God. The power of the resurrection means that every chain can be broken, every sin can be forgiven, every life can be restored. No failure is too great, no heart is too broken, and no situation is too hopeless for God. When Jesus walked out of that tomb, He declared victory over sin, victory over death, and victory over the grave. That victory belongs to everyone who believes in Him. Today, if you feel lost, remember the empty tomb. If you feel weak, remember the risen Savior. If you feel hopeless, remember that Jesus is alive. The resurrection is God's message to the world that love is stronger than death and light is stronger than darkness. It is the reminder that even when everything seems finished, God can still begin something new.